The pace car is in. Green flag. NASCAR is back. Trouble back straight away. Around goes the 47 on the very first lap. Ricky Stenhouse with front end damage.
You can see here already 3 wide. Kyle Busch on the outside, all the way down on the apron. The 00 gets some contact from John Hunter Nemechek. You can see Reddick still on the bottom. Oh, Stenhouse almost 4 wide at the very bottom, makes contact, sends him directly into that inside wall and into that safer barrier.
And in that initial skirmish, one of those cars involved was Quinn Houff, who has never turned a lap here. And for the lead, Alex Bowman takes it to Brad Keselowski. And here comes Johnson along for the ride.
Well, exactly what I said is that pass for the lead happened with Alex Bowman. It forced the 2-car, Brad Keselowski, to have to check up a little bit. Jimmie Johnson takes advantage of it. Obviously, these Hendrick Chevrolet is really strong here today.
Alex Bowman's 3.5-second lead has disappeared. Jimmie Johnson is there and going for the lead. He's going to use that lapped car ahead as a pick.
Yeah, you saw Alex Bowman have a little bit of a wiggle coming off of turn 2. Jimmie Johnson was able to carry some speed off of there a little bit more to make that inside pass happen. Here comes Alex Bowman, not wanting to give up that lead. And I'm noticing, Mike, lap traffic's playing a big role in what's happening up front. Every time Alex Bowman caught some lap traffic, really allowed Jimmie Johnson to close up. Also, I noticed a different line off of turn 2. You see Alex Bowman up high. Jimmie Johnson.
48, clear by 3.
Of course, we knew we were going to hear that from spotter Earl Barban on Jimmie Johnson. But you see Jimmie's using all the apron off of turn 2. He's all 4 tires down there, so 2 totally different approaches. So, Jimmie Johnson going around.
Into the wall hard.
Unbelievable, our leader. Shaking his head, boy, you know he's frustrated with that. Had such a great car, great race going on. Came up on some lap traffic there. I know his car had been really loose.
Johnson was a couple of 100 feet for only his 3rd stage win since NASCAR adopted this form of racing. From aerial coverage, he's pulling up for the pulling up on a slower car.
That's Chris Buescher in the 17. So you see Jimmie turns down low, runs all 4 on that apron like he's been doing. Oh, the 17 had to check up just a little bit, and Jimmie's right front made contact and turned him around. Boy, it didn't take much, just the tiniest bit. Oh, yeah, you can see the 17 of Buescher just gets a little loose, makes a little contact, the outside wall checks up. He and the 48 of Jimmie Johnson, that Ally Chevrolet, make contact. Boy.
Bowman from the bottom or Harvick from the top? Who's going to lead it?
Well, we saw Bowman really be aggressive earlier in this race to get that lead, but he used up those tires. I'm a little surprised here. He's being aggressive again, trying to get to that lead with Kevin Harvick. Looks like he's going to settle in 2nd now. Kyle Busch sneaking into the picture, making a move to the inside of the 14 of Clint Bowyer. Not going to happen, though.
Kurt Busch to the inside.
Yeah, you heard Kyle Busch have to check up right there, like the front of the car. Maybe that splitter was on the racetrack, or he got really tight off of turn 2. Tyler Reddick there, also in that, he's a rookie, you know, in the 8 car in that Caterpillar Chevrolet. Man, he is really impressing me today. Here comes Kyle Busch in the M&M's Toyota, back underneath his brother Kurt Busch.
And Jimmie Johnson, after crashing on the last lap of stage 1, will finish 37th today. Regan's with him. Yeah, that's a 3-second differential from Bowman back to Byron. Little wiggle there on entry.
Ooh,
Hamlin
yeah.
pounces.
Yeah, you saw where Denny had been running that high line off of turn 2, and this time it looked like maybe William was going to try that high line. Denny Hamlin takes advantage. Oh, whoa, big moment for the 24. I think
he got it.
Yeah, I think that. But I think Mike. I don't know if that was a tire, but you saw him wiggle getting into the corner. He had an issue off
right
of turn
rear.
2.
Yep.
Yeah, right rear tire is down. That sent him into the wall. No caution though.
Another tough break for Rick Hendrick Chevrolets. First Jimmie Johnson.
Oh, he's going to
spin. William Byron brings out the caution.
Yeah, the carcass on that tire, the tread came off of it, sending that 24 car around. Well, you said it, Mike. Those Hendrick Chevrolets looked unbelievable at the start of this race, and now nothing's going right for them.
We've long called him the closer, but here he is leading this race. Oh, around goes Daniel Suarez. And this brings us under caution for the 5th time today. The Gaunt Brothers Toyota.
Looks like a right rear tire down on Suarez. Now this is somewhat similar. I know we heard Regan say that there's a loose tire on the 24 car, but this is something kind of similar. Comes off of turn 2. Doesn't look like he made any contact with the wall or anything, but the tire clearly was down, and then he was able to catch it a little bit sooner, get the car slowed down, not causing any damage getting into the wall.
Green flag to finish off stage 2. Keselowski and Truex from the front row.
Still outside. Still there.
Logano and Bowman.
Still there.
Kurt Busch and Boyer.
Still there. Quarter coming to your door. Gonna be
that is Truex's spotter, Clayton Hughes.
Room right, 88 closes up. Outside. Outside. Still there. Still there. Still outside with the 88. Small hole behind him. If you want to get up after the 88, come up.
And you do, right?
Yeah, you can really see the advantage of that outside lane. Brad Keselowski took advantage of it. Kevin Harvick, after losing some positions on pit road, fighting back. And I'm going to be anxious to see this next stage. I know we're not done with this one. It's going to get exciting here in these final laps. But I'm anxious to see Martin Truex Jr. on a long run. It looks like that car takes off a little bit edgy, but it comes to life after about 5 or 6 laps.
Ford, Chevy, Toyota, 1, 2, 3. Keselowski, Bowman, and Truex. Final lap, stage 2.
You can see 2 different lines there. Keselowski up top, those others at the bottom. Going to work for Brad Keselowski.
Keselowski gets that green and white checkered flag for his 2nd stage win of the season. He also won stage 2 at Phoenix. Team Penske and the Ford Mustang of Brad Keselowski victorious at stage 2.
Ready? Green, green, green. Got to push. Still hanging back the door. The 2. Couple push. Still in there. Doing the 2. 2 by 2
20 feet away, Kevin Harvick spotter.
A little momentum here. Keep digging.
Man, there's a lot of pushing and shoving on that. The intensity is picking up as we get later into this race. Starting to see Chase Elliott sneak into the picture now, into the top 5, goes to the outside of Martin Truex Jr.
Great aerial coverage, a lot of jostling for spots at the back of that top 10 and deeper in the field. Everybody trying to take advantage of the restart and get what they can get. "34 laps to go."
Watch the intensity start to ramp up here on this restart, Mike.
Bumper cover. No foot, half off it. Out of line, still inside. Still there. Here's pushes on you, still inside, even. Pushes on you again. Back off you. Keep her wound up. You'll get him off before if you get a good hole shot here. Keep digging there. There you go. Get a good hole shot off the corner. Still your bumper cover inside. Still way down low inside. Get you a good run. Still there. Coming back a little bit. Still there.
It's going to be no give and take here for this lead as Alex Bowman battles hard with Kevin Harvick to try to get the lead.
Yeah, if you can get it, you've got to get it now.
Absolutely. Look at Kevin Harvick fighting back on that outside. No way he wants to give up that clean air.
No, this could be for the win right here.
It's not over yet as they go side by side into turn 3. Oh, Bowman gets loose.
Car washed up, almost got away from him.
And Harvick almost in the wall, scrapes the outside.
What a battle.
Whew. Now what Kurt Busch is hoping, and Chase Elliott and these guys further back, he's hoping they used up some of the good of those tires in that battle. But I got to believe, Mike, these drivers are starting to feel the fatigue. Being the first race back, it's been hot. It's been a tough race. Track conditions, really, this track makes you grip that steering wheel a little bit tighter. Because you run so close to the wall, you slide the car around. I got to believe these drivers are really starting to feel that as we close into the finish.
4 laps to go. During the off weeks, everybody had to be a little bit creative, trying to put on their best face to get to Darlington. In Kevin Harvick's case, yeah, that's a leaf blower blowing away the cuttings after Kevin got a haircut from his wife Delana. Got to have good arrow for victory lane, right?
I mean, I've heard of wind tunnels, Mike.
Bring your own. A lot of creative things went on here over the past 10 weeks.
Well,
2 to go.
It's worked for Kevin Harvick. He has been strong, dialed in, just has performed flawlessly today.
Well, also, this will be a big day for Hendrick Motorsports. 2 drivers crashing out. But the last time Rick Hendrick had 2 cars finish in the top 5 at Darlington was 2014. Dale Jr. and Jimmie Johnson. Kevin Harvick won that day. Kevin Harvick's going to show you the white flag.
Timmy Hill waving him to the inside.
Back straightaway, final time. Kevin Harvick is about to become the 14th driver in NASCAR Cup history to reach 50 career victories, breaking a tie with Tony Stewart for 14th. Harvick wins NASCAR's return to action at Darlington.
Thank you, guys. Awesome job. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
I want to thank everybody from NASCAR and all the teams for letting us do what we do. This is I didn't think it was going to be that much different, and then we won the race, and it's dead silent out here. So we miss the fans. Just got to thank everybody from Busch Light, Hunt Brothers Pizza, Mobile One, Jimmie John's, everybody from Ford who helps on this car. It's just it's a pretty big honor to win 50 races in this deal. And just got to thank all my team guys and everybody for what they're doing. This Dr. Josh Hughes is one of my really good friends. Spend a lot of time with him, have seen how this whole pandemic has affected our frontline workers in person on a weekly basis. So thank you, Josh. We're thinking about you. Got to say hi to Delana and my kids at home. Guess we'll bring home the trophy.
Certainly think about everybody that's affected by the pandemic. This is your 50th win in your career. I mean, does that seem real right now?
It doesn't seem real. And, I think as you look at Darlington, I think as you look at the things that happened this weekend, I really thought that it would definitely play into our hand, just because our guys are so good at hitting the car off the truck for the most part. We put a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of studying, a lot of meetings. and just got to thank everybody at the shop who's built all these cars. And just, man, I'm excited. You know, it is weird, just because there's nobody up there. And you can go to bushbeer.com and maybe have your face on the car next week up here on the hood. So everybody from Fields and Haas, and I'm speechless.